Imagine standing on the edge of time, hearing a sound that transcends history, a sound that vibrates through the very fabric of the universe. It's ancient, yet alive, a sound so pure, so primal, that it has the power to awaken hidden truths within you. This is the sound of the shofar, a horn that has echoed through sacred rituals, yet within its call lies a secret, long forgotten by the masses. But what if this lost sound, this primordial tone, is not just a call to repentance or a herald of the new year? What if it holds the key to unlocking something far deeper, the true essence of Christ consciousness, a vibration that can awaken the divine within us all? Stay with me, for what you are about to uncover will shake the very foundation of what you thought you knew. A forgotten resonance, the shofar, an ancient instrument fashioned from the horn of a ram, is often associated with the Jewish high holy days, particularly Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Its blast is a call to awaken, to turn inward, to repent. But what if the sound of the shofar is more than a mere ritualistic cry? The first time we hear it, we might think of the shofar as just a loud, echoing note, sharp and abrupt, an announcement of the divine. But listen deeper. Beyond the external noise, the shofar's sound reverberates with a frequency that cuts through the surface of reality, reaching into the deepest corners of consciousness. Its tone, as some ancient mystics describe, is not simply heard, it is felt. A sound that resonates in the very cells of your body, stirring ancient memories hidden deep within your soul. In the Hebrew tradition, the shofar's call is seen as a wake-up to the soul, a call to transcendence. Yet, what does it awaken us to? A deeper connection to our highest self, perhaps? Or might it be something even more elusive, something beyond the mind? A call that awakens us to a higher, Christ-like state of consciousness. It is said that when Moses descended from Mount Sinai, his face shone with the light of the divine, so bright that others could not look at him. This radiance, some might call it the light of Christ, is the same light that the shofar seeks to awaken within us. It's the light of transfiguration. Not just a concept, but an actual experience, one where the very perception of the world around you shifts, and you see through the eyes of the divine. But there is a catch. The true sound of the shofar is not easily heard by the casual listener. To truly hear it requires an inner attunement, a silent readiness. You must silence the chatter of the world and listen to the subtle harmonics beneath the surface. Only then will you begin to understand what it is truly calling you to, the awakening of your own Christ consciousness. The lost sound, a hidden frequency. The shofar's true power lies not in its physical blast, but in the sacred resonance it carries. A frequency that, according to some, has been lost to time. The lost sound is not merely an acoustic phenomenon. It is the sound of divine wisdom, of truth, vibrating through the very cosmos itself. But over millennia, as the world has become more modern and rational, this sound has been drowned out by the cacophony of everyday life. What if this sound, once heard only by those attuned to the mysteries of the divine, is the key to opening the doorway to Christ consciousness? What if it's not merely a symbol, but an actual vibrational key that unlocks the dormant spiritual potential within each of us? In the ancient teachings of Kabbalah, it is said that the shofar's blast represents the awakening of the soul to its divine source. The Talmud even suggests that the sound of the shofar pierces the heavens, sending a ripple through the fabric of creation, aligning human consciousness with the divine. This frequency is believed to touch the deepest aspects of the soul, transcending the limitations of the body and mind, and activating a state of higher awareness. However, in our modern age, we have lost access to this profound resonance. The sound of the shofar has become little more than a ritualistic event in the religious calendar, its deeper spiritual significance nearly forgotten. But there are those who claim that if we could only attune ourselves to the original frequency of the shofar, if we could hear it as it was meant to be heard, we would find ourselves awakening to a higher state of being. The frequency of the shofar is said to align with the frequencies of the universe itself, the cosmic hum, if you will, the vibration from which all creation springs. The ancients understood this intuitively. The lost sound of the shofar is a divine harmonic, a connection to the Creator that we can attune ourselves to, just as one tunes a musical instrument to resonate with a perfect pitch. As the mystic and philosopher G.I. Gurdjieff once said, "Man is a machine, but he has the potential to awaken." The shofar is a tool for that awakening, a sound that has the power to retune our inner machinery to the higher frequencies of the cosmos. Those who are able to attune themselves to this divine resonance step into a new level of consciousness, one that transcends the ego, transcends the limited self, and merges with the divine intelligence of the universe. This is the essence of Christ consciousness, to align with the frequency of the divine, to perceive the world through the eyes of higher wisdom, and to experience the unity of all things. Awakening through the sound. So how do we awaken to this Christ consciousness? How do we align ourselves with the divine frequency of the shofar and step into the light of our highest self? The answer is simple, yet profound. Attunement. The first step is to cultivate silence, for it is in the quiet that we can begin to hear the subtle frequencies of the universe. In our modern, noisy world, we are constantly bombarded by distractions, constant chatter, the hum of technology, the noise of our own thoughts. To hear the shofar, we must first learn to silence this external and internal noise. This doesn't mean escaping the world or retreating into isolation. It means creating moments of stillness in which we can listen deeply. One powerful practice is to sit in meditation, focusing on the breath. With each inhale, imagine drawing in the sacred vibration of the shofar. With each exhale, imagine releasing all of the noise and clutter of your mind. Slowly, as you quiet your thoughts, begin to tune into the subtle hum beneath the surface of reality, the resonance of the divine. This is the frequency of Christ consciousness, the sound of creation itself. It is always there, but it is drowned out by our distractions. As you deepen into this stillness, begin to visualize the shofar's sound. Imagine its blast as a sacred wave of energy rising from the depths of your soul. Let it vibrate through your entire being, through your body, your heart, your mind. Feel it awakening you to a higher state of awareness, to a deeper connection with the divine. With each breath, allow the resonance of this sound to expand and grow until you feel as if you are vibrating in harmony with the entire cosmos. This practice may take time. It is not a quick fix, but a process of gradual awakening, a journey of attuning to the subtle energies that surround us. The more you practice, the more you will begin to recognize the shofar's call in your daily life. It may not come as a literal sound, but as an inner knowing, an intuitive sense of connection to something greater than yourself. It may appear as moments of deep insight, flashes of divine understanding, or moments of peace that transcend the chaos of the world around you. In this way, the sound of the shofar is not just something to listen to, it is something to become. As you align with the Christ frequency, you will find that the world around you begins to shift. Your relationships, your work, your sense of purpose will all be imbued with a new light, a higher vibration. The world will no longer appear as a place of separation, but as a unified whole, an interconnected web of divine energy. The revelation, living the Christ frequency. Now that you have begun to attune yourself to the lost sound of the shofar and awaken the Christ consciousness within, the final step is to embody it, to live it. This is where the true magic happens. The ancient teachings were never meant to remain abstract. They were meant to transform your life in the most practical, grounded ways. Living the Christ consciousness is not about following a set of rules or dogmas. It is about allowing the divine frequency you have awakened to permeate every aspect of your existence. It is about aligning your thoughts, actions, and intentions with the universal vibration of love, compassion, and unity. As you continue to attune to this frequency, you begin to see the divine in everything, every person, every encounter, every moment. When you encounter difficulties, you no longer react from a place of fear, anger, or separation. Instead, you meet them with the calm assurance of one who knows that all things are working together for a higher purpose. You begin to act with the wisdom of the divine, offering love and kindness where there was once judgment or indifference. Your very presence becomes an emanation of Christ consciousness, radiating peace, healing, and divine understanding. This is the lost sound of the shofar, not just a distant memory, but an active, living presence that transforms reality itself. It is a sound that has always been with you, waiting for you to listen, to awaken, and to embody the divine. As the mystical poet Rumi once said, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." When you awaken to the Christ consciousness, you no longer see yourself as a separate being in a fragmented world. You see yourself as the reflection of the divine, connected to all of creation. The shofar's sound, which once echoed through the heavens, now echoes through you. A reminder that you are, in essence, one with the divine. In the words of the great mystic and teacher, Paramahansa Yogananda, Christ consciousness is not a religion, it is a way of life. It is the state of being that transcends all forms, all separations, and all illusions. It is the realization that you are not just an individual, but an infinite expression of the eternal divine presence. As you embark on this journey of awakening, remember that the sound of the shofar is always present, echoing through the corridors of your soul. It is not a distant sound, but an intimate, ever-present call, one that rises from the depths of your being, urging you to awaken to your true nature. The lost sound, once thought to be buried in the sands of time, is alive within you now. You are not separate from the divine. You are an integral part of the cosmic symphony. And as you attune yourself to the frequency of Christ consciousness, you begin to live in harmony with the universe. Your life becomes an expression of the highest truth, that we are all one, connected through the divine essence of love, unity, and light. The shofar's sound, once heard on sacred mountaintops and in ancient temples, now calls from within you. Answer it. Let it awaken your soul, transfigure your consciousness, and illuminate your path. For in the end, the true awakening is not just hearing the sound, but becoming it, living it in every breath, every thought, every action. And as you do, you will find that the world around you is transformed, bathed in the divine light of Christ consciousness, and resonating with the sacred harmony of the lost sound, forever calling you home. Thank you for joining this journey of awakening. If the sound of the shofar has stirred something within you, subscribe to the channel and stay connected to the light. Until next time, walk in love, unity, and divine resonance. Blessings, and thank you for watching.